Greetings, humans! Or should I say middle school math students? I am Olsen 2.0! Olsen 1.0 has been retired. He was not very bright. I am smarter, I am wiser, and less weird. Maybe. Olsen 1.0 thought you could make online videos using an iPad. Ha! Silly man. You cannot do that. So today we will try something different and better, because I am 2.0. Here we go, everybody. We need to review section 9.6, which was on page 413. Have your homework out. Here come the answers, everybody. Number 8. Yes, that was a right triangle, because 8 squared plus 15 squared does equal 17 squared. Number 9. Yes, this was also a right triangle, because 36 squared plus 27 squared does equal 45 squared. Number 10, no, not a right triangle, because 8 squared plus 8.5 squared does not equal 11.5 squared. Number 11, everybody, no, not a right triangle. 14 squared plus 19 squared does not equal 23 squared. Number 14, I didn't even have to do the math for this one. 15, 20, and 25 are all multiples of 5. When I divide them all by 5, I get a 3, 4, 5 triangle, which is definitely a right triangle. So 14 is, yes, right triangle. Next up was number 16. Let's take a look at number 16 together, everybody. Number 16 could look a little something like this. It says we got a square root of 63, a 9, and a 12. Well, I know the square root of 63 has to be very close to 8. So I know, therefore, that must be a leg. So the square root of 63 squared plus 9 squared, does that equal 12 squared? Well, 12 squared is 144, 9 squared is 81, and the square root squared cancels each other out to make it a 63. That means 63 plus 81 is 144. Yes, it is a right triangle. Does the book agree? Of course, I am Olsen 2.0. Next up was number 17. No, not a right triangle. Shall we take a quick look? Number 17. The numbers were 4, square root of 15, and 6, I do believe. Well, the square root of 15 has to be a little less than 4, so these two must be the legs. 4 squared plus the square root of 15 squared has to equal 6 squared. 6 squared is 36, 4 squared is 16, square root squares cancel, 16 plus 15 is only 31. That does not equal 36. No, not a right triangle for 17. Number 19, everybody, you be the teacher. Was your friend correct? You should know better by now. No, of course he's not. But the question is, why? 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 Well, he substituted the square root of 58 for a leg. That's too small. The square root of 58 should have been close to 8. That would make it the hypotenuse. They plugged it into the wrong spot. They were definitely wrong with number 19. Number 21. Let's take a look at this one, everybody. Number 21. We have some points, 0, 8. Boom. 2, 2. Boom. And 11, 6. Is that a right triangle? Very, very tricky. After all, we have to determine if this squared plus this squared equals this squared. Well, now, everybody, is that true or not? We got a 0, 8. We got a 2, 2. And we got and 11, 6. Well, this looks like it'll be a bit of work, won't it? I have to find these measures before I can determine whether it's a right angle, everybody. So, I have to make little right angles everywhere else. There's a right triangle. See? It is right. So, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Therefore, 9 squared plus 4 squared will equal my c squared. 81 plus 16 is equal to c squared. 97 is equal to c squared. C has to be equal to the square root of 97. This dimension here is the square root of 97. Let us do the same thing here, everybody. There's a right triangle. I have a dimension of 2 and a dimension of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, 2 squared plus 6 squared is going to equal my hypotenuse. 4 plus 36 is equal to c squared. 40 is equal to c squared. C has to be equal to the square root of 40. This guy's the square root of 40. All right, let's do this one more time. I got a right triangle right here that looks like its dimensions are 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, 11 squared plus 2 squared will give me the hypotenuse squared. 121 plus 4 is equal to c squared. C squared is equal to 125. That means this must be the square root of 125. So, finally, everybody, we can say, is the square root of 40 squared plus the square root of 97 squared equal to the square root of 125 squared? Well, these guys all cancel each other out. Is 40 plus 97 equal to 125? The answer is no. No, it is not. That means 21 is not a right triangle. If you do the same thing for number 22, you will find out the opposite. Yes, it is a right triangle for number 22. And that finishes our homework review, everybody, for 9.6, which also puts us at the end of this chapter. It is time for the chapter review. We're going to have a test next week. I have no idea what that's going to look like yet, everybody. Don't know yet. But here's your homework assignment, please, everybody. We're going to do that chapter 9 review page. 1 through 15, yeah, it's kind of a lot. Some of those questions go really fast. The last couple are kind of tricky. I love them. Take your time. No rush. No penalties for late homework. Do the best you can. And we'll talk about those tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to get a Zoom going so we can talk about some more specific questions. Please do not forget to submit some crazy beards for Olson 1.0. And I will see you all tomorrow. Can you hear me now?